And then actually I grew up in Iowa. And so it has a good variety of like lakes and cornfields and small towns and big towns. So it's definitely just the US. It's so big and so many pretty areas to explore. So we hope to see you all around here someday. So I'm going to talk more in depth about the University of Northern Iowa. I will just say now that we also call the University of Northern Iowa U and I for short. So you might sometimes hear me say you and I. So I'm just, talking about, this university. So, all right. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our location. So we are in the state of Iowa. We're just kind of right in the Midwest. We have like Minneapolis to our north, Chicago to our east, St. Louis to our south, and Omaha to the west. So it's all like a few hours of a drive. But there's definitely plenty of opportunities in the college town that we're located. We're in Cedar Falls, Iowa, and we are also combined with a few other areas as well, like Waterloo and a few other surrounding towns. So overall, kind of our population and in the area where we're located, we're looking at maybe like 160,000 people here. And then kind of focusing in on our campus, UNI is a public institution. We are one of three in Iowa, and we are considered a park-like campus, plenty of space to walk around. And as you can see by this photo, lots of buildings and greenery too. And I will say it just takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get from one side of campus to the other. So if you're anything like me, I always sometimes had a 9 a.m. class. I'd wake up at 8:45. So it's definitely nice to have the smaller campus to be able to make it across. So just something to keep in mind, depending on if you're a morning person or not. And so today I'm going to briefly talk about these 5 points here. So to talk about our personalized and safe environment, I just wanted to say, if you can't decide if you want a small school or maybe if a larger one, sometimes you could consider something right in the middle with us. We have about 9,500 students from 64 countries. So this population size allows for more research, activities, and jobs on campus, while also keeping that small personal feeling and having connections with the professors and classmates. The average class size is about 27 students. And we also have been found to be one of the safest campuses in the United States. Another point here about our diverse academic offerings, we have a variety of programs like we've talked about before. We have about 90 undergraduate degrees here and 50 graduate degrees. So I can't remember if I mentioned, but sometimes those universities with the liberal arts education, they usually will have some undergraduate programs as well as maybe masters and PhDs. So something to look out for. So sometimes students, they might start out with their undergrad with us and maybe continue on into grad school, or maybe they'll start somewhere else. Like maybe they'll go to Washington College and then, come to us for master's or PhD. So definitely lots of different variety here. And then our experience outside of the classroom. At UNI, we know it is important to get experience, away from like the desk and away from your professors. So it's always good to be there, but it's good to have both. And so there's going to be plenty of opportunities and for discussion and engagement. And as a result, that is why 93% of students complete field experience during their time at UNI. So most professors will discuss these opportunities with you when you arrive on campus, but feel free to talk to them, talk to Katie or I or whoever, and we can help connect you to those professors to talk about those outside experiences. And then the professors here, they also, they really do want to take the time to discuss things with you. At our institution, they are here to teach. Sometimes some might have, be doing more research or whatnot, but here they really want to teach and have you be a part of their research as well. So that is why I think the majority of our classes are taught by professors and not teaching assistants. So something just for you to know. And then outcomes, I'd wanted to say that 95% of students find success within 6 months of graduation. And when I first started here, I was talking with various departments, And they were always telling me about how companies like John Deere, which is a company that's located right in Waterloo, the town right next to us, they're always reaching out to the department to ask for interns or graduates to be able to work there. And even things like our education department, we do have one of the largest teacher fairs in the country, and strong teacher placement. And even like for those people who like accounting, we have some big four accounting firms that always reach out to us to see about who's graduating or who's able to do an internship. So they definitely want those UNI students. And lastly, to talk about affordability, UNI was ranked 17th best value for international students in the US by College Factual. We have several international and merit scholarships to offer you that could cover up to 50% of tuition. And so there are sometimes some scholarships that are automatically considered when you apply, and some that you might have to apply for. So that's on our website, but always let me know if you have questions about how to navigate those variety of scholarships. And then I know that this is more undergrad, but for those who maybe are considering graduate school in the future, we do have, most graduate programs are going to be able to cover maybe a bit more with like assistantships and more scholarships. So something just to keep in mind as you're thinking ahead to the future, if that's of interest to you. And then before I wrap up, I just wanted to really quick point out that picture in the bottom right corner. I love traditions, and at UNI, we have this amazing race that we do every homecoming. So students get into small groups and get to compete against each other. So each institution in the US might have a fun little activity like that. So that's something to look out for. So